Thank you for tuning into the Die by the Dice podcast. This is a weekly adventure podcast being told in order. If you're just joining us, I'd recommend checking out the back episodes so you know where we're at. We'll be here when you get back. Enjoy. When we last left our heroes, having finally arrived in Shade, the party decided to take the lay of the land while tying up a few loose ends. However, ends flew loose every which way, as nearly everyone they spoke with had a task for them. Everin Hamar, a Knoll shopkeeper, tasked the party with recovering a necklace from Shade's water baroness. Meanwhile, Travash, a member of the Sandrake's Thieves Guild, wants to trade the guild's favor to Aryx in exchange for running a member of the rival guild out of town. Things took a dramatic turn when the party returned to the Road's End Tavern. Hafaj Rahim, the halfling gangster, was beating up Barin, Aryx's uncle. Drock intervened, diffusing the situation with a song after taking a devastating blow from Kortun, Rahim's ogre henchman. Before wrapping up for the night, Farin shared a drink with Deshawn, a mysterious and self-styled honorable man in the Road's End.
I say the power of my music.
Deshawn was apparently not following us for the reasons we thought he was.
And what were those reasons?
Nefarious deeds that we're going to be trying to perform.
Ah, of course.
Allegedly. I'd say that is the most amount of side quests I think I've ever gathered in a single D&D session. Like, D&D video games, yes. Actual D&D, no.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to keep track of all these.
Well, running it down might help.
John, there's no
Or just listen bad.
John, there's no system that I can use to possibly gather all this information, except through note-taking, or perhaps some recording device could be used.
If only there was some method.
Pencil. I forgot to throw my new
Here.
pencils in. Yeah, I bought a bunch for the other group. I'm going to keep some in my bag in the pocket where they don't get destroyed.
We've all got some somewhere.
Yeah.
And so, you want us to introduce our new character?
Yes, thank you for reminding me, Joe. So, 2 sessions ago, we actually leveled up to 2, or all the players did. I kept my prestigious GM level of 12. I got a little ways to go before I hit 13. So we're just going to go around the table real quick and talk about a few of the upgrades that our party members got from hitting the lofty level of 2. Tom, why don't you go and start us off?
I'm a rogue. Most of what I ended up getting was more hit points. Actually, what's going to probably be at least a current game changer is the cunning action. So I can now have a variety of abilities I can use as a bonus action. Dash, use item, disengage is another one of the ones I can use. It'll open up tactically a lot of the abilities I can use in fights, which will be nice. Plus also being able to cross the battlefield, either to get to a fight or get away from a fight much, much faster.
Drock has unlocked the power of healing through music, as I can literally play a song or say something inspiring after people have healed themselves, for them to have increased bonus dice. I have also learned the spell Unseen Servant, so I can now summon someone for an hour to do stuff for me, which I can do as a ritual, meaning if I take 10 minutes, I can have an invisible dude who can lift up to about 30 pounds braid my hair. I mean that. He braids his hair.
So like a ghost butler, you're saying?
I have a ghost butler, yes.
Nice. Brett?
Farin can now... Well, I get 1 extra spell slot, which is very nice. And I can also channel divinity once per... It says rest. I guess that's long rest?
I think it resets either way.
Okay. And what that means is I can use, because I am a life cleric, I can use Preserve Life, which means, as an action, I present my symbol, and I can heal, restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times my cleric level, so 10, a whole 10, divided as I choose, amongst any creatures within the range, which is 30 feet, to no more than half of their hit point maximum, so I can heal up to half. So.
And you can also turn undead, right?
It says channel divinity. I guess every cleric can channel divinity, turn undead, right?
I think so, yes.
It's important that we know our characters.
That's true. Yeah, I probably should figure this shit out before we get here.
As long as you know before we find undead.
All the dice!
Everyone.
All the dice!
John's
everywhere.
drunk right now. Yes, our listeners, you just heard his drunken fumblings.
Look, our play space isn't quite as large as some of us might like. It's not ideal.
We got a crowd around the microphone.
Alright, I'll track those down later.
I mean, I think that's all of them. There's mostly
There's
phone that was
one over there.
And what powers is third and locked?
You just said.
I just went.
For Kiaren, she got 2 chi points, which I can spend on Flurry of Blows, which gives me 2 extra unarmed attacks. I can do Patient Defense, which is the dodge action as my bonus, or Step of the Wind, which means I can either disengage or dash as my bonus action. And my jump distance is doubled for the turn, which is cool.
Nice.
So she has the step of the wind. But she doesn't know the name of the wind yet, right?
No, not yet. And you also got boosted speed too, right?
After hearing it, Drock's abilities don't sound as impressive. I can play songs. I can make us heal. I can summon a
Don't they?
Ghost Butler.
I don't know. I think
Ghost Butler's awesome. I mean,
I think you're faring pretty well.
No, I'm Farin.
But do I have that?
Yeah.
no.
But don't bump.
Zing, we are on tonight. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most exciting part of D&D, which is bookkeeping.
So yes, I also have unarmored movement. So I increase my speed by 10 feet.
Cool. You're the quickest one of the bunch now.
Yes.
Technically.
No, mechanically. Well,
Because if I burn that dash action every round.
Yeah.
You and me, Tom. Race.
There is only one way to settle this, and that's to look at the speed on your sheet. That's what I was.
Compare numbers.
Can we count that as another quest? To see who is faster.
It's like an Assassin's Creed race quest.
So waking up the next morning after a restful night at the inn, you've all taken a long rest, so you've healed fully.
Joe.
Your face is still bruised, but you are feeling fine. With a fair amount on your plate, I'm a little curious as to what you're going to get up to initially.
Well, I'd like, before we go back downstairs, I'd like to have our characters discuss plans upstairs, since we have reason to believe we might be followed or being spied on by the water lady.
Actually, what are our sleeping arrangements? Do we each have a room or
Each have
share
your
a
own
room?
room.
Okay. Yeah, just knock on the door. Well,
As new people to town,
As
too.
Mara and Minifer.
just letting you, Drock's room will probably be perfumed, so it will probably smell nice. It is an advantage.
You're going to use
Does it smell nice to all of us or just him?
It's perfume, so I assume it's made for everyone to smell nice.
You've
everyone
never
can-
smelled perfume in your life, have you?
Yeah. I don't know. Just roll a dice and decide if you like it or not.
I mean,
What?
I purchased it. I bought perfume, so see if you like that brand of perfume I bought.
Is it cougar made with real cougars?
Even I like it, odd I don't.
Stings the nostrils.
Don't like it.
In a good way.
But I'd like us to be in our rooms before we go, because if we potentially are being followed, I want to be seen with you guys as little as possible.
And it seems like anybody new to town is worthy of notice. So even if we're not trying to be conspicuous, we are just by default.
And I, especially so, as John has said, I'm, as far as I can tell, the only tiefling in town. I get to know another one, so at the very least, there's few of us.
So I go to Farin's room because I want you to look at my wounds and see how they are.
Okay.
I thought if we want to just stay and go there and talk.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so kind of, I guess, as we discuss and lay out our plans, we have the major quest we need to complete is getting the necklace back from Asmara. And then
I don't think that's a major quest.
it's the one where we have to stop paying for rooms. It gives us a home. So at least for me, that gives us a home base. To me, that's...
How are we getting a home base out of that?
Because we're getting the necklace back to the guy who can get us a place.
That was the deal. Remember, you made the deal.
Oh.
Because the other two quests, to me, like, it's...
Well, there's your uncle.
Yeah, but that's a couple days off. Like that's, I guess, probably the next major story quest. But we're kind of on a timer with that one.
So if we are going to do something stealthy, I think we're going to be team stealth, which I think we're going in that direction. I do let everyone know. I introduce actually everyone to Kiko. So Kiko has a small skull on his head. He is a roughly humanoid, invisible creature who's been braiding my hair.
Oh, you're Invisible Butler.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have.
His name is Kiko.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, why does he have a skull on his head?
Oh, that no, that rattlesnake
You
I killed.
put it there.
So
Okay.
so you know where he is because of why he's invisible. And
He's a floating skull now.
he's a floating.
Okay, no, I just
Well,
that wasn't a
And
facet.
he actually wears.
That wasn't a facet of the spell. That's why I was confused.
what's your bard, right? Charisma is your key.
Charisma's my thing.
All right, make a spellcasting check. So charisma plus your proficiency bonus.
14.
Okay. You managed to keep the skull balanced atop the head of your unseen sir.
Excellent.
All right, so
What are we going to focus on? We have a bunch of side quests. You want to focus on the stealing the necklace.
I want to go back and case the joint if I can. If we want to get in with the Sandrakes, we need to try to figure out how to get rid of Novi.
Novi.
We might want to make sure I didn't write that down wrong.
Did you actually want to join the?
Well, so that's the point we're discussing now. Is I don't know. I know Lisa suggested it, but I don't know if that came up in character. So the easiest way to do to figure out information is for one of us to join. And if this is a sisterhood, You're the only one that fits. I don't know how comfortable you are with lying and deception, or how much of this might be lying or deception for you.
For the greater good?
I am neutral good, or Kiaren is, and I would see this sort of as learning about basically criminals. And I'm a criminal hunter, sort of. So I would see this as an opportunity.
Okay.
First step, though, if we're going to do necklace quest, we need to find Rostin. Because we need to have the aid of a vampire. I think that's going to be very helpful.
Why?
Because he's a vampire and he can fly.
Okay.
Drock assumes he can fly.
All right.
And has powers.
You find Rostin. You try to infiltrate the Sisterhood.
Okay.
I will go and do some reconnaissance on the Life Giver's palace.
Farron just looked pretty.
Farin looked pretty. I think other than waiting for my uncle, that's all we need to do. So, I mean, if you want to go with him for the vampire or figure out another thing to do.
Yeah, I'm in.
They're kind of the channeler of the bunch. Like Phoebe. So we'll have a good time.
Sure. Phoebe? Who's Phoebe?
Yeah, it's friends.
I've seen like a handful of episodes.
What?
I was more of a Seinfeld guy myself.
It's also been like a decade or more since that show.
Oh, Friends references are now like...
No, but it's not going to be the
the
first thing
zeitgeist.
people think of.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
yeah, I mean,
Go Team
This
Stealthy.
podcast sponsored by Netflix.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, we'll split up. I'm gonna go do reconnaissance on the.
Before
Wonderful.
we leave, did you learn anything about a territory where I might go to encounter the Sisterhood?
Nope, they did not tell me any of that. I don't even have. I remember that it didn't even come up. They just told us.
Remember their gang sign, their sigils at least, so you kind of can
So,
see where their territory lies.
All right, so I try to give her a rundown of gang signals then.
oh boy.
What's saying?
Oh no.
Don't. We endorse no gains here, one way or the other.
So,
Okay.
as you may recall, their marking was sort of a stick figure top half with a little kind of wispy ghost bottom half.
I drew it out.
Yep. So that, if marked around the town, will sort of show where they mark as their territory.
Got it.
How much they enforce that is still yet to be seen, but that would be one way to.
But from my
Fine.
information gathering, they're fairly new, so my guess would either lean on being overzealous or kind of lax. I didn't gather enough information on them otherwise to know which direction they're leaning, but
I'll figure it out.
Oh, do we also want to investigate Shade Building itself to see if there's any type of area we can chill as well? I'm all about going into unmarked areas and.
the two of you can do that while you're looking for Austin.
Well, because we have to do that at night, so you actually want to go investigate the ruins?
Okay. Yeah, what the hell, why not?
Find a bolt hole if we need to.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, before we split up, I talked to Drock about the whole wanting to make at least the visible portions of my face from my hood look more human, or at least more human toned. So I stand out less obviously as a tiefling. Maybe even if we can, like tying up my tail behind my back and doing something so I ring less tiefling-y.
Just if you just kind of do your best to tuck it under your cloak if you have a cape or something like that.
Oh, yeah, or close.
Can I make a dexterity check to apply? Do you want me to apply the makeup to you?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be a dexterity check.
Oh.
You can tell me your bonus with wisdom,
Oh, so that is none.
and I will make the check.
I actually do get a +1 though, because of
Okay.
yeah. To anything, I get a +1 because of
Would it be deception though? Isn't that how that usually works?
Well, it's a kit. It's the tool proficiency plus a relevant bonus,
Oh.
and because it's like you have to sort of look at how good you're doing, more or less. I'm using the perceptive ability with it.
Fair enough. Just asking.
Okay, so it's not a skill. You're not using a skill. You're using a tool. You even get +1 on tools.
If it's using an ability, I get a +1.
Even the stuff you already have proficiency in.
Oh, I don't have. So I guess I do have.
Do you have proficiency in disguise?
I do.
kit? Okay.
So that's going to be a +4.
Okay. How do you get +4?
Because I do have proficiency in dexterity. You said this.
It's
is
not a dexterity check. It's a wisdom check.
Oh yeah, then +1.
Okay, hold on. It's a disguise kit check.
Yeah.
Do you have proficiency with disguise kits?
I do not.
You do not. Okay. Then it is +1. I thought you did. That was my confusion. All right. So when you're done, you're quite proud of your work. You have to kind of take him on his word, but it looks like you seem like you've blended him masterfully.
Kiko has assisted me, so just it's the manliest thing we could be doing, applying makeup to you.
I don't care. Yeah, I'm not expecting you to hold up under close scrutiny. Just to anybody that's glancing at me, the first thing is, holy crap, that guy's skin is really red.
Crap, that tiefling looks amazing.
Well, and I'm keeping my hood up. So, I mean, like, I don't have gigantic horns, so it should mostly cloak.
How would you know if you have rosacea if your skin's red?
Can't help I'm blushing either.
All right. So, do you guys decide to go down to the inn? Are you done in the?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just. I mean,
Meet back here at evening before we start looking for Austin.
All right. What's everyone's passive perceptions?
11.
13.
16.
11.
Okay. So on your way out, you two see a few characters of note in the bar. One is a lizard folk. The lizard folk is clad in a similar outfit to what Kakai was wearing, but their markings appear to be different. They don't have the kind of blue sort of woad paint on their scales, but they do have a necklace of what appear to be long teeth around their neck. You also see Everin Hamar, the Knoll shopkeeper, who appears to just be enjoying a meal. You also see a human man with scraggly hair and like a exhausted look on his face. He seems to be jumping at every sound and very paranoid looking. As you come down the stairs, he whips around backwards, looking at the lot of you, sort of wild-eyed, before returning to his dinner or his breakfast, hands shaking as he holds his food.
I wonder what his deal is. How far is he from us?
He is about 20 feet away.
Okay.
I do not investigate. Drock. I don't know if I'm going with you, though, so I'd probably be walking with you if we're going to check
Okay.
out stuff. So
Well, I'm definitely coming down separately from them since I'm trying to not be.
Okay.
Seymour looks at the cool. You are the
No,
cool kid.
because people might be observing us, and I don't want them to know I'm connected to you guys if I'm going to be breaking into somewhere.
We would probably both come down separately because we're both sort of on stealth missions. We don't want to
Yeah.
be obvious about ourselves.
We are.
There is nothing stealthy about
I can
me.
be stealthy, but I'm no.
I don't have a stealthy bone in my body.
Can you?
I don't know. I have a +3 to stealth. My dexterity is +2.
I mean, numerically you can, but
I am average.
can Drock be stealthy?
It's a good point, John.
Anyway,
DM shout out.
we will find out, I suppose.
Yeah.
But can you?
You know what? It's the beginning of the day. I'm sure we probably haven't eaten a damn thing yet. I'm gonna go get breakfast, and I'm sitting right next to the skittish dude.
I am too, Drock, kind of actually delighting a little bit. He's actually going to kind of give him...
Let's sit on either side of him, maybe put something behind him so there's no escape. Let's make him feel really comfortable with this.
Yeah, Drock's kind of going to eye him down a little bit because he's feeling a little mischievous. Team bro over here.
I'm waiting for the second, mistaken identity bar fight to...
I'm waiting for the bro down.
When you approach, when you sit down, he kind of gives you a look. First, kind of like panic, and then he sees you and he says, "You're a priest? You're a cleric?"
Yeah. Yes, I am.
He's
Cleric
both.
of Paylor.
He's both at the same time.
You've got to protect me then.
From what?
You might be the only one who can.
Oh, this sounds bad.
I have a feeling we know what it's about.
Farron says both Farron and Brent say.
Says, a beast, a demon, killed my mates. He said it was reckoning for their sins. But if I confess, that'll cleanse my soul, right? Then he won't get me, right?
I'm gonna go along with this, but I have no idea what the answer to that is.
Was this beast a pale human? Because we're looking for one. His name's Roston.
Subtle. Very, very subtle.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
Yeah.
DM's losing
Drock's
it.
the jackass.
I see no flaws in this plan whatsoever. This is great.
I mean, it's exactly what I was thinking.
Just go right and say it, huh? Okay.
11 wisdom, everyone.
I got 12.
For the record, Farron is now staring daggers at Drock. If there was a way
Our
to...
primary mission was to fight him.
Wait, you said find him, not
No,
meet up with him.
He didn't actually identify him as a friend of ours.
Yeah, you could be hunting him for all he knows. So
Yeah, that's true.
the way you worded it is kind of ambiguous. Run with it.
Thankfully.
I think he said he's our friend.
Oh,
No,
Did
did
he
you?
not?
No, he said we're trying to find him.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, he didn't exactly say it in the tone wasn't we're hunting him down to murder him.
Okay. Like,
But-
oh yeah, that guy.
I think I said he's a friend of ours.
I thought you did.
don't know.
I don't
can't remember.
We do have an audio
Well,
record.
if
We
we'll-
can check this.
Yeah, but we won't be able to check it until next week. I refuse to interrupt this recording.
What you should do though is insert in the recording. He did say friend, or he didn't. Just clarify.
Well, pick one and
You,
run.
the listeners, can decide. In any event,
Shout it out.
he says, he kinda. I didn't get a good look. It was dark and oh God, the screaming. But do you know where to find him? Or so you can.
Yeah, we're gonna try to find him.
Yes, we are.
Where did this happen to you? Where did the attack
You
take
guys Try to
place?
sound like you're not lying.
We have a little hideout, a little safe place. At least we thought so. But it came in the night and they're all dead. You've got to protect me. You can, if I confess, I'm safe, right?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Take us to the place first.
Yes, we'll start there.
It's like no, I can't go back there, man.
We have to
Can't
go.
do it.
We have to go to where it was to get an idea of what happened.
I just told you what happened. He killed everybody.
Can you describe where it's at?
He's why would he still be there?
Well, it's the last place where we know where he was. If we're gonna hunt him, we at least got to know the general vicinity of where he's hunting.
Look, I don't care about your hunt anymore. I just want to be safe. You've got a duty. And he points to Farin.
You said duty. Okay. Okay, yeah. Why don't you tell me what you guys were doing there?
It's our base while we're in shade. But we didn't do. I mean, we weren't doing anything there really, but but I did some slaving, and I beat some people up. I don't think I killed anybody, but I might have. I did a couple rapes, and then some steals, some thieving in my day. I'm not proud of it. It was all bad stuff, I know, but I don't want to die.
So, what is the difference between steals and thieving, really?
Upon hearing rape, Drock punches him in the face.
Oh, all right.
That was a thing.
All right.
Attack is
Yeah, you hit him.
okay. It's unarmed, so that's a thing, right?
Yeah, it's not much damage. Okay. You knock him out of his chair, and he says, "Okay, I deserve that one." As he draws his dagger, and he says, "But that's the only one you get."
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to separate these two a little bit. That, he was confessing. Yes, it was wrong, very wrong. But, he's trying to turn a new leaf, maybe.
He's trying to save his skin.
Yes, that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's also useful to us for the moment, which was out of character, just for the record.
All I'm gonna say is, if my guy was there hearing this, he would kind of want to help Rostin find him.
All right. You already said you were.
I said
editing?
if.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not interacting. I'm just saying, if I was there to hear it, that would be my guy's reaction. I am not. I am taking notes currently.
Okay. You mentioned that you had done some slaving. When was the last time you brought new slaves into Shade?
Yesterday, 2 days ago, recently.
Was this guy in the caravan that had Rostin?
So
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
So, that guy you left in the desert, that was the one who killed your friends. That's our friend. I stare right in his face. Intimidate?
Oh boy. All right.
Bar fight.
8.
He says, "Wait, the beast that attacked us, the demon it was that vampire?"
Probably.
You guys knew he was a vampire before you put him in the cage?
Yeah, he was trying to suck someone's blood.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess that would do it.
And you're friends with him? You're friends with that monster?
Friends is a stretch.
He's very reasonable when you get to know him. Rostin was very reasonable, John. You role-played him well. I'm just...
Just saying, there's two sides to this story. One side is the charismatic vampire, the other side is someone who just watched all his friends get eaten.
What's wrong?
Well, at least we know Rostin is keeping his word about only going after bad
Yeah,
people.
so that I feel. I'm almost kind of like, yeah, cool. We did the right thing.
No, I'm with you.
It's panning out
That
so
we
far.
know of. That we know of.
Says, you don't want to kill him, you want to help him. You gotta get out of this town. And he throws a handful of coins on the table and gets up to leave.
I follow him.
Tip your servers.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I follow him.
Okay.
Things are escalating.
Just so we're clear, in case this comes back up, in my notes I'm referring to him as the Squirrely Man.
Squirrely man. All right.
Okay, yeah, he...
So I actually try to tackle him.
All right.
Oh boy.
Go for it.
Early in the morning.
Is that gonna be athletics or attack?
Yeah, make athletics.
Okay, it's going to be a 16.
All right, you tackle him.
Okay,
All right, he stabs you
cool.
Oh boy.
for 4 points of damage.
Even though he stabbed me, I say, "Show us where he attacked you, and I'll let you go."
He says, get off me! You'll let me go anyway! And he swings his knife at you again, but misses this time.
Okay, I cast sleep.
Or does it have somatic components, because you're currently tackling somebody.
It does have somatic components.
Okay, then you're going to have to let him go if you want to cast a spell.
Okay, I let him go.
Okay.
There's also usually material with sleep.
Use my focus.
Correct.
Okay, I roll a lot of hit die worth of sleepy damage.
I need numbers, buddy.
Okay, so that's going to be 12, 17, 20, 24.
24? All right, he passes out.
Okay, I bind him with my manacles.
You don't have manacles.
I do.
Did you have 2 pairs of manacles?
No, I have another pair of manacles from a bounty hunter.
Right, you gave them to the shopkeeper in Rafasha, or the barkeeper in Rafasha, when he paid you in advance on the bounty he was going to get from you. He kicked you 2 extra gold for the manacles. It's in episode 2,
He did.
Now, why would I sell my manacles?
because he bought them off you, so he could transport the prisoner.
Yeah, he bought them off you because you had the prisoner manacles, so you're leaving the prisoner manacled.
Huh.
I remember this, you're right.
I've got rope.
Okay, yep, rope him up.
Rope. I like how we're just tackling, beating, and tying this guy up. You just got stabbed, and like it's breakfast.
The bar's probably like,
Everyone's just
yeah, it's a thing.
yeah, huh?
Must be
okay.
Monday.
It is shade.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess we know how to find Rostin now.
So we
So how long does sleep last? 1 minute?
1 minute.
Okay.
So we have him tackled, and we have him. So you have to do a knot check.
It'll be opposed dexterity when he tries to escape.
Okay. Until then, now what do we do with him?
Let's bring him back up.
Yeah, that's
Say that one more time, because I didn't even understand you.
Let's bring him back upstairs.
Okay.
because this isn't suspicious whatsoever. We're great at playing it low. Or laying low on this one.
Actually, on the bright side, you're drawing more attention away from the two of us doing stealthy missions.
Yeah, we slipped out.
Okay.
Peace.
That was the plan the whole time.
All right. As you walk back into the road's end, Gimgil Farwander, the gnome and the daytime bartender of the inn, has a enormous arbalest, basically like a huge crossbow, bigger than he is, braced against the bar and pointed at the door on you as you walk in. And he says, "Not in this place, you're not. Whatever violence you want to perpetrate, take it elsewhere. No prisoners in here."
Ugh, fine. I take it back outside then.
I mean, we could just take him back to wherever it was that he got attacked.
We take him outside. So let's just. I just want answers. I just want to know where he's at so we can find Rostin.
What? Where am I? What's going on? Oh, you assholes!
Just want to know where your friends got attacked. It's all we want. We'll let you go. You take my word as a half orc.
In the 2 minutes I've known you, you punched me, tackled me, tied me up, and magically put me to sleep. Why the hell should I trust you?
Don't you want to get away from me?
Well, yes.
Tell us where your camp is. We'll let you go.
You did also stab him. I mean, it's not like it's not a two-way street.
Right,
there.
Farin? Correct?
That was self-defense. He hit me and tackled me first in both cases.
Okay, that is true. Actually,
Number of people Drock has raped, 0.
Look,
your turn.
Wow. Cookie for you.
My soul's been cleansed. He said so. I'm fine
Whoa,
now.
no, I didn't.
Wait, what?
Words, no words in this mouth.
Okay,
Fair,
if I tell you, can you absolve me?
I don't know that. Do I know that?
What does Farin
the
think in his
cleric.
head?
Yeah, I am a cleric. I don't know if I'm that kind of cleric, though.
So, real quick aside here. Mechanically,
Are you a Catholic cleric?
Yeah, right? That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Mechanically, there are, in previous editions, there have been spells to essentially bestow divine repentance upon the sinful and the guilty.
Okay.
However, they're like
High level.
They're high level, and it
Okay.
usually requires a buy-in by the repentee to do
Okay.
it. Like you give them a quest and they do it, and when they can succeed, they're fine.
I'm
They
level
have to do the
2,
penance.
so I probably don't have that.
Right. So what you
He
can
doesn't
do
know that.
is either lie to him, or
Because you lie so well.
Yeah, great at it.
tell him no, or you can sort of say, hey, these are ways you can get that. But,
Okay. I'm liking that option.
Okay.
Okay. So I will tell him, so he says, what did he say to me again?
I'm absolved now, right?
Okay. No, technically, but if you take yourself to a temple, I guess, of Paylor, then we can probably work something out.
He says, well, there's none here, but there's one in the capital. I can get there. I gotta
That'll
get to
work.
this town anyway.
Yeah, you do.
Fine. Just west of the... if you go north, just west of the end of the Hollow Temple, once you start getting to the old city proper, go in a few blocks, take your first left. There's a building that we use. The first floor in the basement.
Okay.
All right,
He kind of says, and points
Yeah.
to the ropes.
I actually don't have a knife. I just have a longsword. Do you have a knife?
I don't think so,
So
actually.
I get my longsword. I'm like,
Okay, hold on a second. You didn't take his knife when you tied him up?
He stabbed you with a dagger.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose he had a knife. We can just
Oh, yeah,
use
look at
his
his
own.
knife.
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
I'm a bounty hunter, so I know how to do that.
Well, then I'll give you advantage on the check.
Okay. 19.
Okay, yeah, you took his knife.
I cut his knife and release his bindings.
Okay.
You cut his knife.
Cut it up.
Damn it. Okay.
You broke his knife.
I do the knife thing with the cutting.
All right. Yeah. Can I get my knife back?
Got to make sure it's safe. I put it back in my waistline.
Now you're a thief too. And he points at Farin and points at Drock, and then he's like, hands
Part
up
of
in
the
the air, and he's
penance.
out. He goes away from the inn.
I don't feel bad about it.
That went well.
All things considered, sure. Yeah, that was great.
It could have been worse.
Could have. You did get stabbed, though.
Yeah, I should probably head in there a little bit. Should you bring the rest of the crew, though, before we go there?
I mean, everyone else is dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, probably doesn't matter too much. They got their own stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm going to do a short rest here.
Okay.
We found out what we needed to find out.
That's true.
I hope you remember it.
Okay, so
I don't.
So while you guys go to rest,
I take a short rest.
all right, it'll be off camera. So
Okay.
while Farin and Drock rest off their morning encounter, Kiaren
That sounds like something very different.
Oh my.
I do.
begins,
Not a morning person, just like,
begins heading through the town looking for the markings of the Sisterhood of Ghosts, one of the thieves' guilds. Kiaren, please make a perception check, or you may also make a more difficult persuasion check if you want to ask around.
I will stick with perception at first.
Okay.
See if I just notice it on my own.
And who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters. 22.
22, pretty dang good.
Wow.
Nailed
Man.
it.
Thank you.
That was a
Okay.
Drocky and a roll.
Quit trying to make Drockin happen.
It's not going to happen.
Let's see what the listeners think. No, it's not. I'll do it again.
Okay, you begin wandering through the northeastern part of town. As you can see, you have found a number of the Sisterhood's markings on building corners and under eaves. when you sense a bit of quick movement behind you and feel a tug at your coin purse.
Acrobatics check?
Yeah, acrobatics would be allowable.
I'm so good at this.
Do you get to do cool monk stuff?
24.
24.
Damn.
Okay, how would you like to react to the...
I want to grab the person
Mhm.
who's obviously trying to steal my bag.
Yep.
Or purse. What'd you say? Purse?
Your coin purse, basically like a little probably leather satchel where you keep your cash in.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that person, spin around, and hopefully restrain them in some form. Like grab their shoulders or grab their arms or something like that.
Okay. So as you grab their wrist and pull them off balance, spinning around, a young girl, probably no more than 14, kind of stumbles in front of you. Her face red with guilt and worry. She says, "Oh God, please don't kill me.
Care to explain?
It's just business, right? Like nothing personal, ma'am.
Business for who?
Just for my family. We're just trying to eat. I'm just trying to eat. I'm so hungry." She kind of cringes and covers her face.
Because Kiaren's like ripped, right?
No, she tries to make herself sort of normal looking.
Oh, okay.
She tries to blend in. She doesn't want to put people on guard before she can get close and punch them.
She's an athletic, acrobatic fighter person, as you may recall
Yes,
from
that is my description.
earlier
of her.
episodes.
So she's fit, but she's not like
In-
buff.
You're not
Like
running
jacked
around.
up.
Yeah.
X-Gon, give it to you.
All right, so now that you've got her, are you in fact going to give it to her, or how are you
Oh,
going to
no.
respond?
I'm going
Oh,
to.
boy.
Is there a symbol nearby on a nearby building?
None. No, none that are like obvious, but you've moved to like within their territory, so you've kind of passed the borders.
I'm going to say, in this northeast area, I was told I might be able to find some people. And sort of look at her significantly.
She says, "Told by who? I don't know what you're talking about."
Smooth. I believe you do. I'm going to tighten my hands a little bit.
She says, "Oh, ow, okay. What do you want to know? Stop.
This is the correct place?
Who are you looking for?"
The sisterhood. Shut up.
Couldn't help myself.
Must make stupid pun.
Try to control myself better next
God
time.
damn it, Tom.
Why are you looking for the ghosts?
So I am in the right place.
I didn't say anything like that. Don't put words in my mouth. But I just want to know why. And maybe you are, but I can't say.
As your business is your own, so is mine.
So, where do we go from here? She asks.
Who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
Right, Poe.
Thank you. Thank you for getting that reference. I'd like to speak to someone. Perhaps someone more forthcoming.
Okay, I mean, are you looking for... Do you want to hurt somebody? What do you want them for? If you're like, I hate all the sisterhoods of the ghosts and I want to kill them all, then I'm probably gonna not say anything. But
I
if
have a
you're-
proposition for someone in charge. Something that might be profitable. Pique your
Oh,
interest?
well, why didn't you say so? And she kind of tries to squirm out of your grasp.
She's not going anywhere.
Actually, go ahead and make either strength or dexterity, whichever is better for you.
Dexterity. 15?
Yeah, you keep her grabbed, but just barely. She says, "Look, you're not making a good impression right now."
You didn't make a great one either.
Oh,
shit.
Kiaren burns.
Snap.
She says, "Okay, but don't tell them you caught me. Tell them I found you, and I could recognize potential."
Help me out, and I might just not tell them about your poor pock-picking skills. Wow, 3 times fast. Your poor pock-picketing.
Pickpocket.
Nope, got it right again.
No, Kiaren screws up in real life.
Picketing.
4 times fast.
Your poor thieving skills.
No, you screwed up.
Stupid word.
You totally screwed that one up. You were all cool with your arms.
I was so cool.
I know you totally lost it all by fucking up the popping.
I kind of want her character to dig that one up.
She cast like a...
Shut up.
Okay.
That is so Kiaren.
Not the first time Kiaren's fucked up a word.
Did you have a stroke?
Probably
Just now?
won't
Are
be
you
the last.
okay?
Was it the last time you
How
pocket
does it
picketing?
smell like toast?
Words are hard.
She says, "Well, you'll have to let me go if I'm going to show you where things are."
All right, I'm going to let go, but also turn her at the same time. So kind of like turn her around and be like, lead on.
Okay. So she leads you down a couple of aisles. Alleyways. Make a wisdom check. Or insight, if you have it proficient.
11.
11, okay. So, you find yourself pretty thoroughly turned around within the maze-like streets of Shade.
Dang it.
But eventually she stops in front of a nondescript doorway in what appears to be an abandoned building. She enters in, and then walks 4 steps, and then stomps on the floor.
Shame and a haircut.
It actually feels somewhat like the Terminator 2. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. That's DMXP right there.
There's a pause, and then from underneath the floor comes, and then she kicks down again. You hear a click of a locking mechanism being engaged, and a trapdoor opens up.
Can I look around the room where we are? See if I notice anything on the walls or on the floor?
Give me 1 second.
Drock will use a hit die to heal himself.
I thought you were resting.
Yeah, I can rest for an hour and do that.
Yeah, that's
And I
fine.
thought resting healed you. I thought you didn't have
Long rest do. Short
Long
rest.
restful heals you. Short rest, you have to burn hit dice.
Yeah, do your thing, man. You're fine. You're off camera. I don't care.
Care about you, Joe.
Should we take a quick noise break while you're doing your notes, John?
Oh, no, I'm just about done.
I do apologize to the barkeep when we get back inside.
Okay,
Sorry.
you're still off camera.
Okay.
We'll get back to you guys. You had your time in the spotlight. It's another scene. Can't have the main Valkyrie be in every scene. Like, by the way, guys, I'm still captured. Okay. So, after a momentary break, Kiaren had been led to a nondescript house where one of the Sisters of Ghosts tapped out a call and response on the floor. A trapdoor opened, and a woman clad in mottled gray clothes opens up. She has dark black skin, is human, but has pale gray eyes. In her hand, sort of tucked blade down along the length of her forearm, she has a short sword. She says, "Wisp, what are you doing back? And who's that?" And she looks past the younger girl at Kiaren. Before you can answer, the young girl says, "Wraith, it's... forgive me, but she says she has opportunities for profit, and she seemed like she was on the know. She was in our territory on purpose. I think she wants to make a deal or make an arrangement or talk to somebody." The older woman says, "Your rounds are done. Get back out there. I'll deal with this." She walks up the ladder or staircase and removes herself from the tunnel and trapdoor, closing it behind her. And when it closes, it almost disappears completely in the floor. If you didn't just see it open, you'd never know it was there. Now that you can see her better, she seems to have kind of a similar build to you, very lithe and athletic. Her head is shaven completely. She says, "What do you want?"
Are you the one to talk to?
"I'm certainly better equipped to talk than a wisp." And she sort of nods her head at the girl who has ran out. "So what can I do for you?"
If I had information that could prove profitable, would I be able to help and gain help from the sisterhood?
She says, "We don't help outsiders, profitable or not. If you have the skill set and inclination, we might have a spot for you."
Well, I'm new in town.
She says, "So you are. So, how'd you hear about us?"
Saw the symbol.
Make an insight check for me, please.
12, yes.
She kind of absentmindedly flourishes her blade, kind of flipping the hilt between her fingers so the blade sort of spins in her hand. It seems to be sort of just a nervous tick kind of thing.
I'll deliberately sort of keep my stance open, but prepared.
Okay. She says, "The symbols don't say much unless you're already in the know. So I'll ask you again, how did you hear about us?"
You have rivals. Ones I don't particularly like.
"Oh yeah? And you aim to do something about it?"
Perhaps. I'm trying to say as little as possible.
Yeah, she she waits for you to say something else and says, "Look, stranger, you came to look for us."
And you said that I would not get your help, or you would not need my help unless it was a mutual deal.
She says, "We don't really need your help. if you want something from us, you have to. You came here. You make the first move. Tell us what you know. Tell us how it can benefit us, and maybe, just maybe, you can be a wisp too, and you can run around with a Mai and pickpocket passersby until you prove yourself worthy of more important work.
I'm going to attack her.
Okay. Go for it.
I like this.
She wants me to prove myself. I'm going to try and hit her. Make a what?
Make your attack roll.
Okay.
Use inspiration.
I can use inspiration. Can I use inspiration?
It's gone if you use it.
I'm going to use it.
Okay. So go ahead and make another roll.
Better.
Much better.
19.
19. All right, that'll hit. What are you doing to her?
I am throwing a straight punch.
Okay.
I'm just going to punch her in the neck.
Okay. Roll damage.
Cool.
I'm here.
This is awesome. I love this group.
We are inconsistent.
6 damage.
6 damage. All right.
Apparently that broke Joe. Breathe, Dilbin.
Make an insight check.
15.
15. All right.
She's the leader of a gang. I have a feeling she's going to knock me down. But who knows?
I liked it. It was a bold move.
Yeah. She wanted me to prove myself. I feel like she'd appreciate this kind of approach.
All right. You take 20 points of damage.
Ooh, I think I'm dead.
No, you should be unconscious.
How many points do you have?
14.
Yeah, you're just unconscious. She has to take
She brings her blade up, striking towards your face.
Can I dodge away?
No, I'm just giving some flavor to the
dang.
attack that has already hit you.
I'm using...
This is not Warhammer.
I'm used to dodge. Okay.
She swings her blade up at your face as you dodge back from the blow. She slips under your guard and stabs it into your back. Everything kind of goes fuzzy and you pass out.
But I did hit her, right?
Oh, you hit her, yeah.
Just making sure.
Okay. Yeah,
That's what I wanted.
So,
Not the unconscious part, the hitting her part.
so you're not dead from the hit. Now, you might be dead from her cutting your throat or chopping your head off.
Yeah, I'm now unconscious around a person who
You just
made me
punched.
unconscious.
You're also dying.
Yes.
But we'll deal with that.
So I took 20 points of damage.
It's 20 points of damage. So you're at 0 because it didn't kill you outright. And we will move the camera to Tom,
I hit her
leaving
though.
Kiaren's fate unknown.
Dun,
Alright.
dun, dun.
So this has been going well.
Okay, let's see if the third group also ends up assaulting somebody.
All right.
We are inconsistent. I love it.
So Aryx, your plan was to try to case the
Yeah, I'm
joint.
encasing the joint, looking for ways in and out. Maybe try to, seeing if I can get a sense of what like their guards are like.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm probably not going to be able to figure out patrol routes, but
Go ahead and make a stealth check if you're trying to stay incognito.
12.
All right, you have very little trouble finding the wellspring between the descriptions of your allies and the overall layout of the town in that area.
Mm-hmm.
It stands out pretty noticeably. You still see the same large warehouse that was described to you, and the office and sort of words.
Yeah, not so funny when it happens to you, huh?
Yeah,
Magic of
I'll just
editing.
edit this out.
Aw.
Yours, however.
Office and stronghold of the Water Baroness. It's surrounded by open sand
Mm-hmm.
for about 60 paces in every direction, save for the back wall, which almost abuts to the Hollow Temple. An enormous structure, standing about 40 to 50 feet tall along its lowest wall edge, with like a huge vaulted ceiling and spires and buttresses extending even higher in places. It's like the grandest cathedral you've ever seen, which at this time of day still casts a shadow over most of Shade, drowning the wellspring and the surrounding neighborhood in sort of a late twilight level of light, which seems a little incongruous with the blazing sun or the blazing sky you can see beyond the eaves of the structures.
Mm-hmm.
And for listeners at home, you couldn't see me wave my arms wildly in the air during that description, but trust me, they were up there.
It's all very dramatic.
Yes.
Very, very dramatic. I was impressed.
At the corner of each At the various corners of the warehouse, there are guards posted. All of them are armed and armored. A few of them have halberds. Some of them have like a sword and shield.
How are they weathering the heat?
They're in the shade right now, but
Okay.
you're not sure. Longer observation would be necessary.
Doesn't seem comfortable in the desert.
Oh, surely not. There's also a little bit of observation shows there was a archer on the roof. Methods of getting into the warehouse side of things seem to be two doors, one large sliding kind of a warehouse door that could fit a cart or a wagon through it. The other, a more kind of reasonably sized door for regular humanoids, is guarded by a single guard. And then presumably there's a hatch or something on the roof to allow the archer to get up there.
All right.
There you can only see one entrance to the office. You aren't really able to see the backside, the side facing the Hollow Temple, because there's not really any cover between you and there to get over there inconspicuously.
Okay. All right. If I can find a place to hole up inconspicuously, I want to observe the way the carts are coming in and see how thoroughly they search the carts. Especially in this case, looking for if there's a way I can get concealed on the bottom, or if they just do a general check, if I can stow away inside of a cart to get inside as a potential entrance route, or to see if their search is too thorough to even consider that.
Okay.
I can do another stealth check if you want, because I'm trying to find a more hold-up place to not be as noticeably watching as opposed to just kind of like the aimless wandering I was doing before.
Gotcha. Make a stealth check to try to remain concealed for a longer duration.
Whew, thank Christ. 24.
Nice. Okay.
I was really hoping that one was going to be good.
So you stake out the area for pretty much all day. You found a kind of a small pile of refuse and rubble near one of the not too distant buildings. You managed to kind of make yourself a little hide in. I don't know if Aryx would chalk it up to expert planning on his part or sheer dumb luck, but either
Both.
way,
It's always both.
a couple of skate-bottomed carts being pulled by camels arrives a little after midday. To answer your earlier question about the uncomfortable guards, they seem to deal with the heat through frequent shift changes, and they all have water skins aplenty on their person. Makes a lot of sense given who they're employed by. Their replacements, they seem to change shifts about every 2 hours, and their replacements are equally well armored and armored. The gear appears to be capable, but not like extravagant. They're not wielding masterwork weapons or things forged by incredible smiths, but they are sharp and well kept.
Yeah, okay.
As the sun begins to wane, what do you?
How
thoroughly did they search the cart? Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. They give it a fairly thorough search. If you're on your game, you feel confident you'd be able to slip through their investigation, but you know that if you're having an off day, you would be likely discovered.
Okay, so it's a gamble, but doable.
Yes.
All right.
As they slide open the warehouse doors, inside you can see a huge metal vats within.
2 further questions.
Mhm.
1, I'm assuming the people coming in on the carts come in with barrels, empty ones, right?
They come in with barrels. You're not sure if they're full or empty.
Presumably is more the question. They don't look in each of the barrels, right? Until probably they fill them. Like there's not like that's not part of the search.
It looks like they look in some of them.
Okay, so a spot check. Okay, and
Actually, make a perception check for me.
8.
8. Okay.
I really need to take alert. Might be one of the first feed I
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
All right. So the cart goes in. You don't see it leave, however, for the remainder of the day.
Okay. Then the other question I have is, what's the street activity like? It says this is a watering hole. Is there like a lot of essentially like secondary, like with the shops or like even like street performers that have like hold up in case if I didn't need? Partly I'm asking because if my guy needs to hole up here, I was partly thinking he could do like that kind of card hustle thing. But if they're chasing people away and not letting them set up, then that's not a viable way to be inconspicuous.
No, there's actually very little street traffic around here. It's essentially at the edge of town, albeit one of the kind of interior edges, so as to prevent just kind of passersby.
Mm-hmm.
and the only people who seem to come are people who kind of getting larger orders of water. So it appears to like people come in usually in ones or twos to make an order through the office and then depart usually shortly thereafter. Based on Kiaren's account from her time here, filling up something like a single water skin is so cost prohibitive here, it's not really worth the trek out.
So if this is the main source of water, but it's cost prohibitive to do single water skins, who are the people doing the fill-ups and where do most of the regular townspeople get their water? I'm assuming some of them are obviously like businesses, but like...
It looks like it would either be people who are buying for themselves in bulk, like buying a barrel or two, or businesses who are sort of using Asmara as an intermediary to get the water here, and then they're buying it and using it for whatever purposes they have.
And so the carts that have gone in, or the cart that I saw go in, I've never seen leave.
Not by sundown.
Okay. I'm going to wait a little bit after the sun's gone down to see if there's a difference, to see if they close, and if they do, what time.
Okay.
And then to see if the guard shift changes.
Okay.
And on top of that, so I'm assuming, based on your description, that they're set up at posts, but is there patrols?
There aren't any patrols, but they're all just posted up on the corners. By a little after sundown, about an hour after sundown or so, the doors open again, and the cart departs. It looks like it's... Make another perception check. Before I tell you what it does and doesn't look
14.
like. Okay.
I'm
It
doing
looks
better.
like it's being run by another crew. The people on the cart appear to be different people than before, and they begin heading sort of south away, presumably out of town, based on how laden the carts are.
The people on the cart, are they all human, or...?
They're a mixture of different creatures. You see...
It's not like an obvious outer tribe or something. It's a...
Yeah, it looks like they're employees.
Does it look like, as they're leaving, does it look like the place is closing up? I'm trying to decide whether or not I should... The cart seems kind of curious with the whole changeover, so I'm tempted to follow it. But at the same time, I'm also trying to figure out how to break into this place. So I need to know if it kind of shuts down and the guards go away, or...
The
or if they
office,
come later.
the office seems to shut down, but the warehouse remains guarded.
In the same level? That doesn't change?
That doesn't change. The shifts keep changing every couple hours, it looks like. Even once the sun has gone down.
Uh-huh.
But the number of guards remains the same.
Including the guy on the roof.
Yes.
Drock and Farin is a winning combination.
Going real well, yeah.
Where you're like, you can absolve me, right? I'm like, I kind of want to kill this guy, but, I kind of don't, I don't have to. It's going to cause... I love being in shade, the fact that, it's like New York's like, there's people just walking by.
My original intent was to use him as bait to lure Austin back out, since he was obviously hunting that group to begin with.
Actually, I think we just go to a place that he was at, and I know this sounds stupid, but if we play a music that I played, he'll probably recognize it.
Assuming he's close enough to hear it.
Yeah, assuming, what's better than going, Rostin?
Yeah.
Which is, Drock has thought of that.
Yeah, I imagine.
Rostin!
Surprised that Drock hasn't done that.
Yeah, that's actually the bigger
I
thing.
haven't done that yet, because I exercise discretion.
Do you?
Do I?
Yeah. It's funny as we go, I'm trying to take more thorough notes, because there's always that, crap, the one thing that I didn't take a note on is popping back up.
Yeah.
But I'm also, making notations on what my character knows and doesn't know.
5, we totally justified. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited about that.
Well, I still love the fact that we just beat the shit out of this guy, dragged him out of the bar. Well, I guess he ran out of the bar. Tackled him, tied him up, tried to drag him back in, and everyone's just like,
I was like, fine.
This town seems overall somewhat shady, so I can imagine most of the populace this isn't new to them.
And the barkeeper was like, not in my place.
Yeah.
What about yesterday? There was
He
something.
didn't care that you were doing it.
I guess that
No,
was
it's
just
fine.
not here.
Yeah, that's like
Not
the
on my
mafia
floor,
coming
never.
in. You're not going to tell that guy no. We're random nobodies.
Yeah, you get if your clout score is a little bit higher. Then,
Yeah.
Can we have a clout score?
Oh, can we, John? Can we?
that's actually a social media thing, but I'm sort of tracking it behind the scenes here.
Because we're getting a reputation.
For better or
Really?
worse.
You've been here for literally one day.
Slowly getting one.
Okay, whatever reputation we have gained is not a good one so far.
You play good music. Take a punch. Cool. cool guy. Red skin.
I hope I'm not the cool guy with the red skin. I'm trying to play it low key right now.
You're totally not talking about that. Is he the cool guy? That's my buddy. No, I'm not.
I'll admit, like, I'm looking forward to the Arcane Trickster, but every so often I kind of waffle towards Thief.
Mm-hmm.
Especially depending on, like, how this stuff goes.
I mean, other than your thing, we could go team stealth.
Yeah, I am not stealthy. Like, not even a little. I have disadvantage on every stealth check.
My stealth is not. I mean, it's not. I'm not a detriment on a stealth mission. I can put it that way.
I am. I very much am.
Oh, but we don't all necessarily need to always be able to go everywhere as a group. Like, yeah, it's kind of odd if you're you're separated and you're the one having to be quiet or whatever. But like, certain things are going to necessitate us doing different things. Like, if we have to go negotiate with priests, probably going to be him doing it.
Yeah, I'm not going to be there.
And we're back. Meanwhile, we head back to Drock and Farin. Just off their short rest in now late morning. What trouble are you boys getting up to?
I was looking to. We should. Cause I don't know. It just feels like we should wait up for everyone before we go to find out what happened with the gang.
Did we really know what their plans were? Would we know if they'd be done by then?
None whatsoever. Though I do want to sell this knife. I need to get some manacles.
Okay. Is there a shop? Yeah, I mean, we got time to kill.
Yeah.
Everin has a general store, and there's probably a few other mercantile establishments if you want to find one.
Yeah, I suppose we could give that a try.
Oh yeah,
I need new rope.
Yeah,
we cut it.
I do have a dagger too. I just looked down there.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll actually keep that one. Yes. So I go to the mercantile.
All right. He has no interest in buying your knife, but he can sell you new rope for market value.
Okay. How much is market value?
I don't know. Check the PHP.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
PHP for manacles?
It's like
yeah, it's the regular
gold?
price.
Okay. 5 gold.
Well, it's like because silk rope's like 10. It might be more
No,
expensive.
rope is super cheap. Silk rope's expensive. Rope is cheap. Okay, cool. With your boring commerce out of the way,
Yeah.
are you gonna do anything exciting? I know you had talked about looking for Rostin or trying to
I was gonna wait at night.
look for the hollow temple, or
Maybe
look into the
inside
hollow
or
temple.
something.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
What time of day is it?
It's late. It's
Hempen rope
now
is
midday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, screw it. Let's go to the temple thing.
Hempen rope is 1 gold. Silk rope is 10.
Manacles?
Okay. Well, I'll buy a hempen rope then.
2.
Yeah.
The exact amount that guy paid you for them.
So yes, we go to the temple, and we follow his instructions exactly.
Okay. Are you going to the slaver hideout or are you going to the hollow temple?
Let's go to the slave hideout.
Okay.
Okay. What were his instructions?
Go down, follow to the left, bank.
I knew this would bite you in the butt.
All right. You wander around for a couple hours, fruitlessly, but by mid-afternoon you somehow manage to stumble upon his
Is he be writing it down? I can't remember stuff.
That's why you write things down. That's the whole point of writing.
I think I was in the midst of writing when he gave the actual instructions, so they didn't make it into my notes.
Go to the Hollow Point Temple. I wasn't with you guys.
No,
I'm not
they
gonna help you.
found
And that's it. And that's the other problem is whether or not John wants to allow me to remind you of what I've written down.
It's late afternoon. If you're all together, I'm mostly cool with it. But
I figured if I'm not there, I'm probably not able to remind them of things.
but you sort of retrace your steps, think about it really hard, and then find it. So you find yourself at the. Oh, actually, let me take a quick step back. As you're wandering around the old city, as it is generally called in Shade, the experience is eerie to say the least. The buildings are all made of the same stone that the rest of Shade appears to be made of. Most of that material has been pilfered from the structures of the old city and used to rebuild new buildings in Shade. The city walking around is like an architectural marvel. The buildings, even after untold centuries, are still largely in good condition, although you find many of them partially buried in sand. Like, you usually come up at least a few feet above the ground level on them. Despite the abundance of sand within the partially buried city, the doors are still unsettlingly proportioned, seeming to fit for somebody a few feet taller than either of you, and larger. The original architects were either into very grand design even down to simple homes, or were larger than humans are. The wind never seems to quiet within the town, even though Shade itself appears to be largely buffeted by the Hollow Temple. While there are still many large buildings which would appear to, at least in theory, slow or break the wind,
Sorry.
there's always seems to be a breeze whistling through the empty streets, kicking up wisps of sand or just kind of noisily blowing down an alleyway.
I do have my sword drawn. My sword's drawn.
Okay. I'll probably just leave my mace, but I've got my shield like at the ready.
Okay. A few times you feel like a prickle on the back of your neck. You swear you're observed, but flip it, like turning around to catch your pursuer, you find nothing but the wind behind you.
Okay.
So you make your way to the building.
I actually do say to Kurt, so you do have powers over the undead, don't you?
As it so happens, I recently rediscovered my ability to do that. Yes.
That is wonderful to hear, because it is a little unsettling.
As long as they're very, very weak, because that channel divinity is not very strong yet.
So the dwelling you come upon is a 2-story building with no signage or ornamentation on the outside. The door lies open. All the doors are open. There are no closed doors anymore. All the windows lie empty.
Doorway openings.
Yeah. As you enter, you can see signs of this was used as a dwelling. You can see some barrels in place, a couple bedrolls and chairs, some packs that seem to have been left in place. You also see the trio of bodies scattered about the room. All of them have they're sort of ringed in a grisly halo of dark brown sand, where their blood is soaked into the earth.
Drock looks to. Do you want to say a prayer before I loot their corpses?
I should, but I guess the order doesn't really matter. So, here's what we'll do. You take one first, and then when you're done, I'll take that one out, and we'll give it a proper burial. They were jerks, but they're still people.
Drock's right there. So I loot their corpses.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check to root through them.
Do you want to help with this?
He's praying. You're looting. Get to looting, boy.
The first one is a 12.
It's going to be 12 across the board.
Okay.
All right. All told, you find...
Is it too late to give him a quick prayer for guidance?
Yes.
Okay.
Taylor wouldn't approve of this.
I forgot that. Okay.
All told, you find 12 gold and 17 silver.
All right. How many magical items do we find?
You find actually a
Holy Avenger.
a little anti-magic parasite latches onto you, and you know it will obliterate the first magic item you find eventually.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. You don't. That doesn't happen. But you don't find any magic items. You do, however, find a silver comb on one of them.
Fancy. I kind of look to you and say, how do we divide loot?
There's also...
Do I call you, or...
I'll hold on to it for now. We'll settle that later.
I split evenly between...
There are 13 days of trail rations as well.
Okay.
And a short sword and a battle axe that you find, but they appear to be in a poor state of repair.
Still usable?
Not for long.
Okay. Well, looting all said and done, I'll take them out somewhere. And...
So how much each?
Oh, your training as a bard lets you know that those weapons will fail right when you need them most.
Okay. How much divided? It was...
Whoa, what was the total? 13?
12 gold, 17 silver, 13 days of rations.
Okay. So, we'll split the gold. And just because I don't want to deal with it, you can have the silver.
Okay. Take the bodies out and cover them in dust or dirt.
It's sand. It won't be that hard to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll make a little thing for him if I can.
Okay. You take some time and bury the bodies. Both of you make perception checks while you're in there. Actually, what's your passive? Your passive perception is 11 and 16.
Yeah.
Okay, you see that there is a basement in
Okay.
the dwelling. And there's also a second floor.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Actually, say, should check it out. The Paylor's Light guide you. Inspiration. You get D6 to use for any check or roll or save.
Team inspire each other.
All right. I will start with the basement.
Basement?
Mhm.
Okay.
I just say, Roston.
Oh, yeah.
You'll need a light source.
Onto the shield. Light.
Okay. All right. Going down to the basement, you see a half dozen cages,
Okay.
all of which appear to have been ripped open. The metal has been rent about the
Or Roston saved them.
doorway.
Saved.
That's how Drock interprets it.
Turned. Not sure which is
Okay.
Okay. This could be problems.
Yeah, let's keep on going.
Is there any indication of whether they might have been open, say, from the inside?
It looks like they're open from the outside.
Okay.
Based on the way the metal is torn.
Roston might have freed them.
That's better.
I
hope.
He wanted to kill the evil people, so.
He could have also just taken them out and turned them, but we'll get there.
All right. You hear a grunt behind you, and then a whoosh of air passes just over just behind your back. You hear a heavy thud into the sand. Turning around, you see a well-muscled and angry-looking orc holding a heavy mace, which he apparently just swung at you from behind, which by some miracle did not stove your skull in.
Oh, okay.
Roll for initiative.
Okay. Oh, you get to use that.
I'm still downstairs. Am I getting in on this?
You'll
down with
get
me.
in on this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you went down with me because you had the light.
No, you stayed up. You said he went downstairs. You didn't say you were going
yeah.
downstairs.
I went down. I wanted to go down with him.
All right.
But still,
13 total.
Okay. Well, if you wanted to go, you just say so. You'll be at the top of the stairs.
15.
Okay. 13, 15. All right. Drock, you're first to act.
All right, so I'm gonna cast sleep on him.
Go for it.
Little bit. 22 hit points worth of sleeping.
He is unaffected by the magic. Sorry, they're about the flump back.
Sorry?
The flump.
Well, yeah.
What the hell is that thing?
It's the only lawful good aberration.
It's this dumb old second edition monster.
Oh, okay.
That looked like a potato with tentacles.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Well,
That was
Kind of had its resurgence in Order of the Stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a joke, as a punchline.
As a punchline from them constantly landing on him.
Okay. That's the thing I do. I actually then call out to, orc.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, Drock says, it's time for sleep! He does say that.
And then
he
just-
totally doesn't, yeah.
The orc swings his heavy mace at you again and says, that beast has cost me everything! AC 11.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Farin.
All right. Since this thing is obviously going to treat us poorly if it gets its hand on us, I'm going to do, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
So that's going to be a spell attack. Ooh, that's a nat 20.
Nice. Roll double damage.
So damage is 46. Radiant if it matters. Yeah, I'll
All
use
right.
my... So that's going to be 8d6 then? Or do you want me to roll 4 and
No,
just double that
8d6.
number? Okay. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. 5, 10, there's a couple ones. And okay, 25.
25.
25 radiant.
How? All right.
And as an additional effect, the next attack against that target has advantage.
Okay, Drock.
I'm gonna go ahead and do Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
So Wisdom saving throw.
Gotcha.
Of DC 13.
All right, he fails.
Alright, so he takes... Try to follow up with that awesome amount of damage right there.
Tough act to follow, I know.
Oof, yeah. So 9 points of damage, and he has to run away from me.
He does.
Oh, if he runs, then he also provokes.
Which I guess would have advantage from the
No.
Guiding Bolt? No?
Yeah, I guess it would, because the guiding bolt.
Roll 2 15s. That's going to be 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
And that will do 5 points of damage.
Okay. Sounds good. He runs away. Fair.
Okay. How far did he get?
Out of line of sight.
Oh, So he just fled in terror the entire time.
You're not sure what he's doing now, but he's not in the room or... Yeah, you can't see him, you can't hear him.
Okay. He just ran outside?
Yeah, he ran out of the building. You saw him leave the front door, you don't know where he is now.
I will follow.
Okay. Yeah, he's not within view. You can basically make it to the front door. He's not within view.
Oh.
You can follow his footprints in the sand, but even as you get there, they begin to fill from the blowing sand.
Okay. Dude's quick.
I run after him and pick a direction.
All right. You go 1 and 4. Okay. You give chase for a little while, but the tracks quickly have disappeared, and you have lost it.
I do tracking, so that's the thing I have.
There are no tracks to track. The sand has blown them to be gone.
That was really powerful wind.
DM caveat: you can't hunt him down.
Did you hear me? Did you hear me explaining how there's constantly blowing wind and sand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. Well, keep an eye out for any more of those, I guess.
Yeah.
Did he hit you?
Yeah, actually, I could, Did he hit me?
No.
Okay.
No, he missed. He was he was not a credit to half of my race.
All right. Well, stay on the lookout, and I'll go check out the upper floor.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Did you find anything down there?
Oh, lots of cages, ripped open. So this was definitely the slavers, lair. I don't know what all of those open cages mean. I don't know if they were, people that were in them and then were released, or if they bust out.
Do vampires, can they fly and have super strength?
I think, right? Yeah. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Knowledge? Religion?
Sure.
10.
You're not sure.
Okay. Same answer. I don't know.
Well, I thought maybe Rostin would be here because he's probably sleep. No, I don't know if he's sleeping or not.
I don't know how that works. Yeah.
So, very loudly, I yell out Rostin. I'm gonna go with the Rostin strategy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that for like 20 seconds.
All right. There's no response.
Okay.
Just the eerie whistling of the wind through the empty streets.
I'm going upstairs.
Okay.
I follow him,
Gotcha.
kind of looking back as he's going up. So
You see up there, basically it looks like a small place to hide has been kind of set up in one of like the upper rooms, probably where your assailant was hiding, assuming he was with the slavers initially.
Oh, okay. Good thing I went downstairs first, because then you got swung.
That's like one hell of a hit.
Yeah. Okay, so that's all we find up there, though, is the little hidey hole?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So there's nothing there that would point us to where Rostin might be.
No.
Bummer.
I say we wait here till the night.
I see no flaws in this plan. I keep saying that. I
have a bad feeling about
this. I definitely do.
Well, let's say he's going to be out and active.
Yeah, that might be part of the problem. He said I looked pretty tasty, so I don't know about that.
Well, if we're going to use him for our play, he owes us a favor, so he's probably not going to attack you. And he's
Also, you're kind of like canned tuna right now. He has to get into the armor to get you.
The whole plan is to have him aid us. If he's, the very least, he has to not eat us if he's going to aid us. I mean, we can just abandon the Rostin plan. I trust him enough for him to help us.
I don't know that I do.
For 5 days, he did not attack us and read us.
He also just fed a bunch. Don't think it's stronger, like right after.
I know some people who we could take out.
He also seemed to keep to his word.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not there.
I'm still not sold.
Yeah, that's why I say he seemed to keep. Yeah, like it was. I mean, that's the entire plan. Is for him. If not, I will stay here.
Conversation.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm not
because he didn't like my blood as much.
I'm not gonna leave you by yourself. So sure. Yeah, we'll wait around.
All right.
Little boy, I'm gonna regret this.
Okay.
Stay in the hideout.
Meanwhile, Kiaren comes to in a Spartan stone room. You find yourself tied hands and feet to a stone chair, and there's a flickering sconce hanging from a chain to the ceiling. Twisting your head around, you can barely make out a door directly behind you, about 10 feet. The room itself is about 20 by 20, and you're dead center in it. You have 3 hit points.
Woohoo.
The nearly fatal wound seems to have been bandaged.
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Oh, you get a scar from the strike.
I mean,
Yeah, badass scar.
I probably shouldn't be happy about that, but I kind of am.
That's a good thing for you. You're a melee fighter. You want those.
Where do scars go?
It's a house rule thing. Just kind of find a place for them and make a note of it.
I usually keep it around wherever my health is, since it's the thing it affects.
Yeah, makes sense.
But if you have like a note area, that would probably work too.
You hear a woman's voice, seemingly from nowhere, say that we are called the Sisterhood of Ghosts does not mean you must be dead to join our ranks. But you must have a death wish if you sought to provoke one of our wraiths. Who are you and what are you doing?
My name is Kiaren. I was here to learn more about you.
To what end, Kiaren?
I have some information that might be profitable, but I would need help in order for it to benefit myself. I thought if it would benefit you as well, I might gain some aid.
What is this information you have? And how will it mutually benefit both of us?
I have some recent information about some valuable items.
She says, enough of your vagaries. You are here, helpless, in the seat of our power, such as it is. You will answer me plainly and honestly, or you will not leave this place. Is that understood?
Here in Shade, people from all walks of life end up. I know of some nobles who have kept some of their valuables from their previous lives before Shade that they could be parted from.
And what do you want from us that you'd so benevolently share this information?
It takes more than one person to get the job done.
Who is this person? What is their condition? Entourage, defenses, where they're staying?
Do I have a guarantee that this will be a joint effort?
We have very few guarantees in life, girl. This must be a gamble on your part.
As you know, I have speed, but I do not have the numbers. I was hoping to gain the numbers by showing you my speed.
She says, the disposition of the target. I will not ask again.
I was going to play this differently. Stop making faces at me. He is new to town, like myself. Man, I was going to play this differently. You took it in a weird place. Okay. He is able to defend himself. He might need a distraction in order to separate him from his valuables.
What is this man's name and where might we find him?
What was your original name? Not the name you go by now. What was your original name?
You can make a wisdom check to recall. Because
Yeah, I was about to ask if I could remind her of that.
Because you heard it from Farin.
11?
11.
Selling our boy out?
You don't recall.
Oh, no, you're not.
You can make a guess.
I'm gonna lie. Okay, quick aside.
Okay.
Never mind. Rolling in. I'm just gonna roll with it.
Okay.
Do it live.
What?
Do it live.
Do what?
Never mind.
Never mind. Yeah,
I got your
stupid
reference.
Okay, yeah.
You're rolling with it? Sorry.
I'm so distracted. I'm trying to think of something that I don't need right now, and it's distracting me. His name is Aaron.
And where can we find him?
I know it's wrong. Shut up.
No, it wasn't that it was wrong. That it was close.
It's actually not far off.
Adrian?
No, we'll get to it later.
Okay. He's staying at the inn at the edge of town, the road's end.
And what valuable do you need assistance in parting him with?
A map. I was going to take this in a different direction, to be fair. I'm not trying to sell you out. I'm trying to use you as a distraction.
I'm not going by my name, so...
That's what I wanted to know.
A map to what?
You and your voice.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to come up on the mic.
Oh. A map to a vault. I'm told the vault contains valuables from his noble family.
All the way out here in Shade.
His family has less than legal connections.
So we help you acquire this map through distractions or brute force. And once we get it and find the location of this vault, then where did your plan go from there?
Since you seem to have people with skills, thievery and such, the vault will also be more than a one-person job.
What I'm saying is once the we get in the vault and acquire its riches. What was your plan there? A 50-50 split? Do you give it to the guild and join our ranks? I'm having difficulty understanding your goals here.
Are you offering assistance?
I'm weighing the benefits.
If you would help me gain these valuables, depending on how much assistance is rendered, is how proportional the prize will be.
The prize for whom? For us?
For everyone involved.
Ah. So,
I also hope to have this be a learning experience. I have much to learn, as is obvious.
I propose a counteroffer. I like your spirit, but beyond that your skills are lackluster, to say the least. You can become a wisp in our order and have an opportunity amongst the sisterhood. If you do well, you may rise through the ranks, and in so doing, enjoy other benefits.
Would you be able to teach me how to fight, like that wraith?
Mayhaps, if that is what you desire. Such vulgar displays of violence are not our chosen method, but ones that we must cultivate in self-defense primarily.
It is not the violence that I seek to learn, but the speed of which you move.
You will learn it or you will not. You will flourish or you will die. That is mostly up to you. A woman steps forth from as far as you can tell, the air in front of you. She's clad in what appears to be an outfit that the rest of the intersection of functionality and elegance. It has like a grace to the cuts of cloth, and has echoes of kind of high society fashion, while also allowing freedom of movement and places to conceal all manner of weapons or contraband about her person. She has dark hair, which is kept up in a neat bun, as well as a heavily tanned skin and brown eyes. She says, "But Kiaren, if you lie to me or mine, or attack us again, there is nothing in this town that will keep me from leaving you a bloodless corpse in the sand. Is that clear?"
I understand.
"Good," she says. She opens her hands as though to embrace you. As she does so, a quartet of small knives fly from her fingers, cutting all four of the bindings tying you to the chair. And then she embraces you and says, "Welcome to the sisterhood." And with the day's end for all our party members, we will end for the night. Thank you for listening to Sidequestapalooza 2016. We hope you join us again next time for the continuation of these various subplots. I know we're getting a little bit Game of Thronesy here with all these different things going on, but it all ties back together, and you don't have to wait 2 decades for all the books to come out. But rather just a mere week for our next thrilling adventure. As always, if you like something that one of our players did, or are enjoying the podcast in general, feel free to let us know at diebythedice@gmail.com, or hit us up on Twitter at diebythedice for shoutouts, which will give our players some bonus XP. We've been handling XP and progression largely off camera, but trust me, they do appreciate it. So keep sending those shoutouts in. We love hearing from you. Thank you, and we'll see you next week.